except it was a phony preacher. And that kid started throwing them rocks at that dude's car. He was like,
Wait.
"Get out of here!" He's like, "Okay, okay." He jumped in the car and he got going down the road. That dude said. He jumped back in his car. And then, and then the preacher came over there, and you know, he was talking to the kid. He's like, "Are we cool now?" He's like, "Are we cool now?" He's like, "Yeah, we're cool." But then he was like, "If you hurt my sister, I'm gonna hurt you." And then the evil girl came up. The evil girl came up. She was like, "I'm gonna count to 10, and I will let this girl go after 10. 1, 2, and then the preacher's like, "No!" And then the girl was like, "Do you want a blowing job?" And then the preacher's like, "Do you even know what you just said? That don't sound like something the devil himself would say." Well,
Keep going.
the movie keeps going. The girl steals the camera.
Holy.
You know, and then it turns out they think her dad's chaining her to the bed and raping her. You know, then they go into the barn and get the dang hacksaw. Of all things they could have got, they got a freaking hacksaw. And it took him like 4 hours. He was in there, "We're about to get you out of here. We're about to get you out of here. Yeah." And then he gets his cross back out and he pushes the button to make the smoke come out. He's like, "Shh, it's the bed," you know. And then that girl goes and steals the camera. And she's holding it like this, you know. And she sets it in front of her mirror. And she grabs her face. She's like this.
I thought that's when she kills the cat.
It is. She grabs her face. She's like, spits her dip out, you know. She gears the camera. She goes to kill the cat. Let's just pretend this is the cat.
My books are cats. Okay. And then, out of nowhere, a grenade.
Out of nowhere, a freaking grenade comes up and she grabs it and she eats it because she's the devil. And then she throws it.
How does she throw it after she eats it?
She rips her stomach.
And then after she killed the cat, you know, the camera's got blood all over it and stuff, you know. And then she walks in there where that preacher dude's laying there. And she gets it like right here. And she gets down to like right there in his face. I'm talking about it's like this. And he jumps up. And then that girl comes in there, you know, the one that gave her the boots. The ugly ass boots. It wasn't even worth $10, you know. She's like, "No!" And then the preacher dude jumps up. He's just laying there, you know. He's, "No!" You know. "No!" And then they find her in the barn.
Is she getting raped?
And then they leave and come back to try to find them. They see the dad of the girl tied up to a pole with a bunch of devil people out there.
Getting a blowjob.
You know, this is after the blowing job. She's like laying on the table. She's like, and then the preacher guy, you know, he's a devil leader, you know. He's like, "Hoobla hoobla jubla!" Walks over to the fire. Throws the baby in there. You hear the baby? You know. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, dude, we gotta get out of here." And that preacher guy's over here praying and stuff, you know. After he said he didn't believe in God, he's like, "Jesus help me, Jesus help me." He takes the cross, holds it up like this. He's like, "I compel you in the name of the Lord." And then he just burns or something, you know. The fire's like, and then the camera guy and that girl cut out running, you know. After everybody disappears, who knows where they went. He's like running. And then he stops and he hears that girl screaming. He turns around and looks. There's somebody over her like this with an axe. And that camera guy's like, ah! And cuts out running, you know. He cuts out running. He cuts out running, you know. And he turns around. And he hears a twig snap. Somebody snap a twig.
Snap a twig. No, there's a twig.
And he stops. He turns around and looks. He zooms the camera in. And then he turns around and looks, and there's that kid that said he was going to kill everybody with the little knife thing.
Oh, I'm going to leave the little kid in the chair.
That dude just goes. That dude just goes. And you don't even hear anything else. He just falls over. And that's the end of the movie. What kind of messed up stuff is that?